Okay. You're going to do our intro.
Oh,
You're going to have to
our
pick us
favorite
up.
part.
You're so good at intros. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's the Soul Sisters here. I'm Shark.
I'm Nid.
And we have our in the bag video for 2026. We're really excited to talk about our discs. I know we've had some changes from our 2025 bags.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get started.
All right, we're gonna start slow speeds and work our way up. So we'll start with the putters. I am still putting with the Challenger SS, and then I still carry a lot of, I'd say, like putt and approach discs. So I actually added a baseline Fierce to my bag for the flippier turnover shots. I still have the Crystal Glow Fierce in my bag, which is pretty straight. I just decided to add the baseline. It just flips a lot easier without having to force the Crystal Glow a little bit more. And then I still have the Luna in here.
She throws that so good.
It's still one of my favorites.
So many throw-ins. How many do you have with that?
Like, too many to count.
Too many to count, she
We'll
says.
Still have a zone. So I think the only change from last year from the putt and approach, besides the baseline Fierce, is the Testi Lento, the Zone SS. So just kind of different levels of stability. Zone SS is, I think, really glidey for, I think it's a 4-speed. So just for the really straight shots, more stable than my Luna, but less stable than my Zone. So it's a nice little gap filler there.
Nice. As you can tell, both our putter pouches are just maxed out. Okay, so I carry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 putter molds, not different ones. So I putt with the Kratos. It is specifically the hard plastic. I just like how it feels when you beat it in. It's pretty grippy, and I in general finally stuck to the Kratos. I can't remember last season if I was still going back and forth. Like, I had a Challenger OS sometimes I would still putt with, but the beat on the Kratos is really nice, and I think it's just super reliable when I release it, especially like as a spin putter, knowing it's got some stability to it. So I really like the Kratos. I also will throw that baseline plastic. I don't have a premium Kratos. I will even throw off the tee or for like 200-foot shots and stuff, like that baseline. So I really like it.
Do you use the one that you putt with to throw?
Yeah. I know. I think about it a lot. I'm like, should I be doing this? I'm doing it. And then I literally put this in today for spring flight for hole 18. Did not work out, but that's fine. But it's the 2025 Tour Series plastic, which is like
Z-Swirl.
The Z-Swirl rerun. So really love it. It's stable. So this is like a stable putter. I know the Luna's kind of been sometimes flippy, but that's what this guy here is for. It's the Jawbreaker Z Luna. It was a special run at Memorial, so that's still in the bag, but this is really beat in since last year. So it's like hyzer flip / turning, stable. And then the last putter I've got is my Sweetie Zone, dyed by Change or Die. So yeah, it's in the bag. I love it. Utility disc.
On to the middies. So kind of a big handful here, and so like everything in the bag, actually the putt and approach discs kind of are always pretty consistent, but depending on the course I might take some stuff out here and there. This is all for Supreme Flight right now, and I had a caddy who was helping to carry the bag, so I was able to load it up because I wasn't carrying it. So shout out to my caddies. So Soul Flippy Mid. I use this a lot for the panning turnover shot. I love this disc, actually. It's not for like every course, but whenever I need it, it gets me out of a lot of trouble. And it's like probably one of the most the discs where it's like the most often after I throw it where someone was like, what was that disc? So Soul. And then we've got the Meteor. I was bagging one last year as well, but I lost that one. So this one's from Hannah Wynn. So thank you for that, because it's like the right amount of stability for what I want.
Shout out elite team member Hannah.
And then new to the bag for this year is the Melita. I kind of replaced the Buzz SS with it. So somewhat similar stabilities, but I do think the Melita is almost like even glidier, and it just feels really good in the hand. So that, and then we've got the good old Buzz, same mold as last year, maybe a different actual disc. Still bagging the Quake for the overstable spot. I've had that disc in the bag for years now. And then also new to the bag that I have posted a lot.
Disc. I'm taking the rest of her disc out of her bag, actually. She throws this so good.
It's always an Archer, apparently.
Always.
So Z Archer, shout out to CR Willie for giving this to me to try out. And then I ended up keeping it because it's just flown so well for me. It says it's a 5-speed, but it goes
forever, like a 9-speed. Like when she's thrown it, it's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy how far it glides, and then just really controllable on different angles and everything. So it's been a great ad.
Heck yeah. All right, you have way more middies than I do, I feel like, but I got
way more discs in general.
that too. That has not changed from 2025. Yeah. Okay, so for my mid ranges, most understable, I've got 2 meteors in the bag. I've had this one since last season, like mid season. I put it in the bag. And I really like it, but it's getting a little flippy. So I've got this new pink meteor that Tim Barham picked out for me from the factory. That gorgeous pink, a little straighter, and then sometimes might have like that fade at the end. And then new to my bag is a Melita. And so it was like hard because I was like Buzz SS a lot last year, but then I decided I really liked when this dropped. It's got that dead straight / kind of slow drift, but not turnover like a meteor does. So really love the meteor, and I love this Pooh Bear stamp. And then my last mid is a Buzz, it's in the bag. I would say the Buzz, I know like when I first started out, I loved throwing a Buzz, and I've definitely cycled through a lot of different plastics of Buzzes. Right now I've just got this Confetti Z plastic. And it's like kind of stable, but just depends on the wind. So I probably need a stable mid. Let me know what mid that's stable that you bag.
Yeah, that can handle some torque, right? But you don't want it like super overstable.
But I don't want it super overstable. So like I've had a Buzz OS before, but I don't know.
Less stable than Buzz OS?
Less stable than a Buzz OS, but like reliable that it won't like turn over, because this will turn over on me sometimes. And
maybe like a Tour Series Buzz.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be a good.
I got suggestions for her, but you can still let her know.
Let me know. Okay.
Fairways. Apparently I like blue ones. I still have a Sting in my bag. I think I was bagging a different Sting last year, but still a Sting nonetheless. This is like the prototype, so it's the Ace Race 2017, but this is my flippiest fairway driver that I try to use for turnovers. And then it goes back and forth between these two. Alexis and I talk about this, and if I really need both, but they are slightly different. This cicada is a Z-Light cicada, and it's very light, so it is flippier. It's a little less torque resistant or resistant to wind, but if there is no wind, it just goes as far as some of my higher speed drivers. So I just love the ease, like how easy it is to throw and how glidey it is. So just and like really super duper straight and pushing. The Passion, the ESP Passion, also super straight, doesn't go quite as far, but I feel like it's just like it just is a little bit more wind resistant. So I don't know, and in my mind they are a little bit
it's like
different,
that safety net when you have like molds that are really close to each other, and you're like, I just can't take this one out because I might need it for something.
Yeah, and Alexis and I were talking about this, but I think like ultimately I would love to kind of like dwindle down on molds a little bit and just maybe get like better angle control to work different discs in that. I don't know, just carry less discs and just work the angles a little bit better. Yeah. So it's a goal, but for now I'm very comfortable with the discs that I have. So I just kind of am going with where I hit that same angle and then let the disc do the work. Yep. But over time, I'd love to kind of just strengthen the angles and be able to use the same disc for different shots.
Yep.
And then Z Passion, I think I was carrying this last year, but it is just a more overstable ESP Passion, super straight with a very reliable finish and much more resistant to wind than those. And I'll carry an Athena sometimes, but I did not need to this weekend.
Okay. Would you say a Heat's a fairway?
It's questionable.
I know, it is questionable.
Yeah. You
I
can
would
include it
say
if
they're
you want.
fairways. I think they're fairways. Because a Raptor's a driver. They're both
9's an
speeds.
in-betweener. 9 speeds
It
in-betweener.
is.
Up to
I'm
you.
going to use them as fairways, otherwise I don't have any. Let me take out the rest of my bag. Oh, gosh. Okay. So, don't worry. It's not actually that many different molds. It's really 5 of the same mold. But we'll start with my slowest speed, Fairway, the Athena. It actually low-key flies like a Raptor right now for me. I used to have this very perfectly beaten kind of lighter weight 167 gram Athena. This one's 173, 174, so it's definitely heavier, but it flies like a slower Raptor for me. So we're still learning it, but it's good for wind. So if it's like a headwind, like I can probably pull this out and trust it. It's not going to burn over. I then have my Passion, and this for me is like a more stable Passion. It's just an ESP Passion, but I'm throwing it on hyzers a lot. I'm not throwing it dead straight really or turning it over. It's for a shot that I need to like finish at the end.
Pushing hyzer, and that's new to the bag too, right?
That's new to the bag this year, yeah. And then I have a Raptor, ESP Raptor, just great utility disc. We all have Raptors, I feel like. And then I've got my babies. I've got 5 heats. And yes, before you ask, they all do something different. So, oh, shoot. Wait, they're not in order. I actually don't really know where that one belongs. Okay, so I've got my flippiest heat. This is my baby blue heat with the Shark Lifesaver stamp. I don't know if you can really see our stamps from there, but very flippy. This has been in the bag since last season. Then I have this kind of neutral teal heat, and it's hyzer flip it up, goes dead straight kind of thing. Doesn't really turn over unless there's wind or I don't hyzer flip it. Oops. And then I've got this fun new blue Shark stamped one that Ledgestone hooked me up with after I ran a tournament in Florida this year. And so it's just kind of more stable. So ticks more stable than that teal heat I just showed you. So pushing hyzer, but will like glide more than the Passion does for sure. And then the Barham heat probably doesn't need to be in the bag, but it is because it's been in the bag since last season. So I'm like comfortable with it. Just kind of a comfortability thing there, but also kind of on the stable side. And stable I put in quotes because I mean they're heats. And then I have my Shark Ramen one, the stamp that everybody loved, with me and Tucker on it. And this is my most stable heat. It's a Z heat. The rest were all ESP.
And I have discs left still, of course.
I have my drivers.
Oh, okay. All right.
4.
So I also have a Raptor, I guess you can say as a fairway. This is like a utility disc for me because this is a first run board flat Raptor. And this is just like probably just a tick less overstable than like a cap wrap. I've had it for forever, but it just is never going to lose that stability. So I use it more so for like if I have to do a hard like flex shot or skip shot around the corner or something. Similar to the Venom, except the Venom is of course faster, so it kind of gets bigger skips. It also, I would say, glides in the air just a touch longer. It's a Z Light, so this is new to the bag from last year as well. So it's 159 grams, but still plenty overstable. Yeah, it's a really, really fun disc. I guess that skipped it's a 13 speed, so that's not really a fairway, but we're in there. We're in there. And then I guess for 9 speeds, I of course bag a heat as well. I'll switch through a few different heats. This is a recycled ESP heat. I just think that they beat in really well in that plastic because I like my heats to get pretty flippy. I guess I can go into the rest. These are the faster ones. Yeah. Okay. Sail. So the Sail is an 11 speed, but it feels very much like a heat. I think the specs, actually, if you look at them, are almost the same. So I really don't know how they're like 2 speed different, but this is even flippier than my heat. So this is my big turnover driver.
It does fly faster, I would say.
You think so?
I think the Sail goes further than a heat does for sure. Yeah.
Man. Maybe. I think the heats, like, that's why I like struggle with heats being a fairway, because I like throw them for, I
So
guess,
far.
distance
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
often. Yeah, heats are
I get that.
amazing. So, and then we go into thrashers. I have just a normal ESP thrasher, and then I have a Missy Gannon Tour Series thrasher from a prior year. So this is the straight to flippy thrasher, and then the Missy Gannon one this run is more stable. So
So
just
nice.
yeah, just straighter without any turn, and then just a fade at the end. So I've been throwing both here at Olympus a lot, as well as the heat over this past weekend. And then we have a Proto Hades that I use for distance shots and kind of the S-curve type lines. Scorch is kind of on and off for me in the bag, but it's similar to the Hades, but a little bit more stable for me. And then finally, I guess I reached the end.
Did you really? Oh
Thought
my
it was
gosh.
never ending. I have a Z-Lite Zeus. So this one, if you could see it, it looks pretty beat. I've had this in the bag for a bit. So this is more of my overstable driver, or if there's like a decent amount of wind, it doesn't handle as much wind as if I'm bagging like my Force. That's more of the wind fighter that doesn't always stay in the bag. But Z-Lite Zeus, I really love this disc. Yeah.
Yay. Nice. Okay. We'll finish out my bag here. I also bag 2 thrashers, and this is new. I did not bag thrashers last year until maybe like later half of the season. I really did rely on my heats. Like I was throwing my heats for distance, kind of like Nid just said, like how
I was
she
trying to
uses
tell her
hers.
about the thrashers for forever,
She
though.
really was. She was trying to convince me, and I was just like, no, they're too fast. They're 12 speeds. But I actually love them a ton now. So I do have a lightweight ESP thrasher that I like to throw. This is nice and domey, got that pop top. I freaking love it. It is starting to beat in though, so I have some backups that I need to start throwing and figuring out so I can start cycling them in. I've only had this for maybe like 4 months though, and then I just got this one in end of January. This is another special Ledgestone stamped one that they sent me, and it is a ESP Jawbreaker plastic, and I just love it because this one's lightweight, this pink one, but this one is 173, 174, and when you're 5 pounds, 5 foot tall, like like getting up into those weights for me can just be like a lot to throw, and like just I don't know, it's hard to throw max weight discs. But because it's a thrasher and it has that like, you know, those flippy numbers that turn on them, it's really easy to throw. So I've been loving this one for a little more wind slash like if I need a fade and finish for sure at the end. And then I bagged a crank since last season. I still have this one. I've lost it 3 different times and it's come back each time. So it's in the bag and it probably should just be out of the bag at this point.
But it wants to come back.
But it wants to come back every time, so it's in the bag. And then my most stable disc is my Venom. But is it stable because it's only like 164? I don't know anymore. We're gotta figure that out. I have some Z-Lite Venoms as well that I got sent. But I don't know if I said this in 2025, but I shy away from stable stuff. But I'm slowly learning to throw more stable stuff. So yeah, well, we really appreciate you all watching our In the Bag, and there's different ways you can support us. Nid, who are all your sponsors?
So Sun King Discs is my retailer sponsor. So code NIDO10, all lowercase, gets you 10% off on there, and then I get a kickback from that. We are both carrying Squatch bags. So if you purchase any non-signature bag off of Squatch, you can use code NID on there, and then you'll get $20 off. Zone Sporting Goods, also shout out to them for my jerseys. I also have a code. Just check out my Instagram and I'll have all the codes on there.
Codes.
And then we'll put it in the description of this video as well. And then I also have a code for Tacky Sacks dry bags. And then of course, Discraft. Thank you for all of the support. I've thrown Discraft now. I started playing in 2020. And then I started on Underground in 2021, started with Team Discraft, signed with them end of 2022. So, I mean, pretty much the whole, like almost the whole time that I've been playing, I've been throwing Discraft. So they have a very special place in my heart. So shout out to all my sponsors, and thank you everyone for the support.
That was so sweet. I couldn't say it better. So one of my first sponsors is Drive Bags. They are my chalk bag. I love them because I like all the powder. Yeah, great. Drive Bags. And then Change or Die, who is my dye sponsor, showed you the Sweetie Zone earlier. Seriously does amazing dyes. You can use a code Alexis10 for 10% off your dyes. Howie does an excellent job with those. And then I am also sponsored by oh yeah, this year new is Disc Golf Threads, and so I'm also getting a signature jersey with them, and I'm very excited. We're still working on the design, but that will be coming out soon, so make sure to stay tuned. I also have an affiliate link in the link in my bio on Instagram you can go to. We'll also drop links down below. And then of course I am also with Team Discraft. This is I'm going into my second season on team. Been on Underground since 2021 maybe. No, it's probably with 22. I don't know actually. Might cut that out too. Anyway, I also like Discraft's been an amazing support, and also Ledgestone Disc Golf has been another amazing support. So I was actually sponsored by Ledgestone before I was even put onto Underground, and so I'm just appreciative of Nate, Dwight, Andrew, and all the crew there. Every time I visit, they're awesome, and they really do support me a ton. Yeah, I think that's all my sponsors.
Alexis and I will both have our fundraiser discs for 2026 coming out soon as well. So that is another really great way to support us. So be on the lookout for that. Please follow us on Instagram, and we'll keep everyone updated there.
Yeah, awesome. Do it. Buy our stuff. Okay, that's all I have. You have anything?
Nope, that's it. Thanks again, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Bye. Oh my god.
The powder.
I shouldn't